Welcome to the 2026 Coastin' with Quayz series, where I travel around to a bunch of amusement parks in the eastern United States. I head to some new parks, some old ones, and I get on a bunch of coasters on my journeys. This is East Coastin. Coming up on this episode of East Coastin, I head to Fun Spot America Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, Georgia, for one reason, and that is ArieForce One. I get my first ride on this coaster, but also, unfortunately, my last. While I'm there, I get a ride on two of the other credits in the park, but let's be real, the main event here is saying goodbye to ArieForce One. So let's not waste any time on episode 4 of East Coastin, Fun Spot America Atlanta. Hello, welcome to Coastin' with Quayz. I am Mark, aka Quayz. Welcome to another episode of East Coastin. If you can do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment, that would be huge in getting my reach out there to people, so I would really appreciate that. Today, I'm here at Fun Spot America Atlanta, where I will be getting my first rides on ArieForce One. It's bittersweet because I will also be getting my last rides on ArieForce One. I think. It could be relocated. We don't really know that information yet. But I'm excited to get in here, get some rides on it, because I've heard it's a top 10 coaster in the country. I'm at the front gate right now. Park has free admission. I parked right up front. So let's get through. And then first order of business, I think, is going to be to get to the back of the park where ArieForce One is. I've made it into the park. I was the first guest in the park. The front of the park has the Sea Serpent and the Hurricane roller coasters, but ArieForce One is there in the back, so that's where I'm going to start today. I'm not one that can just marathon RMCs over and over and over again, so I'm going to get a couple of rides on ArieForce One, maybe 3 or 4. Then I'll get the other 2 credits that are here, and then I will go back to ArieForce One for the majority of my visit today. I do not think I'm going to do any flat rides or anything today, but we'll see what this park has to offer. We've got some classic rides like the buckets, the tilt-a-whirl, and then whatever this giant monster truck is. Apparently the monster truck is named Samson. So this park is closing permanently on August 2nd. That's part of the reason why I made it such a point to get down here, because I needed to get this ArieForce One credit. We don't know what's going to happen to it. But anytime a park closes, it's always a sad day for me. You know, I've always loved amusement parks. It's not just the roller coasters, but just the atmosphere of amusement parks. So the fact that this park's not surviving is very sad. I mean, you have this massive RMC that's supposed to be a top 10 in the country, and the park's closing. So I hope that it goes somewhere. I hope that whatever park does get it, they take really good care of it. But it's going to be sad that this park won't be here anymore. Leading up to ArieForce One, you have all these food stalls. It looks like some stores and things. I don't know to what capacity these places are going to be open today. I don't know if they're going to scale down a little bit now that the park's going to be closing. So far, nothing seems to be open, but it's also 10 a.m. park open. Word on the street is that these last 4 airtime hills on ArieForce One are like the most insane ejector airtime you could ever experience. But these other airtime moments look insane as well. This hill is probably going to be nuts. And then the Outer Bank turn over here, it looks incredible. I cannot wait for this ride. There are the trains on the track. There's a train on the brake run right now. I'm assuming another one in the station. With nobody here, I would imagine I'm going to just be marathoning this ride. Just as I said that it wasn't testing yet, it started running. Now there's people on it, made it to the front gate of ArieForce One. Let's go. ArieForce One does have ride rules. It's an insanely intense ride. No loose articles. 4 rides on ArieForce One, all over the place. Front row, back row, third row, fifth row. If this ride doesn't get relocated, it's criminal. It's criminal. My first summary is that I would say this is probably a top 10 all-time roller coaster for me. Not my favorite RMC. I for sure like Steel Vengeance and Hakuge better, but this might be number 3. Every single element of this ride is excellent. The first drop, amazing. Great airtime, super forceful in the bottom. The first big truss dive loop inversion, it kind of tilts to the right before it dives to the left. But even though it gives good laterals, the inverting part is super floaty. The stall underneath the first drop, super, super floaty, great hang time. And then right after that, a couple amazing moments of ejector airtime with the outer bank turn and then the double up. The double up really actually reminds me a lot of the double up on Hakuge, although it's not quite as forceful. On Hakuge, you hit that double up right after the first drop, whereas on this ride, you're about 2/3 of the way through the ride, so it's not quite as powerful, but still very powerful. And then you hit a really awesome low to the ground intense section of the ride, 2 barrel rolling inversions with an airtime moment and a hard right turn between them. And then you get into the craziest airtime on the ride, the 4 airtime hills at the end. A lot of people complain about them, but I actually thought that they were really fun. Yes, it's super powerful ejector airtime, but it was not as powerful as people described. A lot of people say it's too much, but I actually think that rides like Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion have more powerful airtime. Hakuge definitely had more powerful airtime throughout at different spots. Overall, amazing, amazing ride. I'm gonna get some more rides on it before I leave here today, but there are 2 other credits that I need to get, so I'm gonna get those real quick. And then the rest of my time here is going to be spent at ArieForce One. I have to make my way back to the front of the park over here to get on the other 2 roller coasters. All I really want to be doing is riding this, but I got to get these 2 credits before this park closes permanently. So the big turnaround and third and final inversion on the ride are behind these buildings for ArieForce One, so you can't even see that part of the ride, but that's one of the coolest parts of the ride. They have a lot of go-kart tracks and stuff here, and they actually look kind of cool, but I will not be riding go-karts today. Let's see if I can get on this ride. I don't even know if I can. Sometimes these kiddie coasters, you have to either have a child with you or be under a certain height. Nobody at the station for Sea Serpent, so I'm going to try to get on Hurricane, which is right next to it. I don't know if they have operators moving from ride to ride sometimes because the park's so dead, but let's see if I can get on these. Well, here's Hurricane. Nobody here either. Let's see if I can do it. Hurricane rules. Must be 42 inches, no max height, no max weight. All right. Well, when I first got over here, there was no ride attendant at either the Sea Serpent or the Hurricane. So I was waiting, asking if people knew if they were running, and then a ride attendant came over to the Sea Serpent, so got on that, and then a ride attendant came over to Hurricane, got on that. Both are credit coasters. So, one and done. Now back to ArieForce One. But I think I'm going to go into the arcade for a moment just to cool off a little bit because it is super hot here in Atlanta today. Came inside and they've got this little food area, and then right next to it, the bumper cars. And then down here is the arcade. I haven't seen a gift shop at all. I would love to buy like an ArieForce One sticker, so maybe I'll ask to see if there's a gift shop. The arcade had a little gift shop, and it's mostly like arcade prizes and stuff, but they do have some ArieForce One merch. So on my way out, I will pick some of that stuff up. But for now, let's get a couple more rides on the ArieForce One. A little peek behind the curtain here. when you are a content creator, sometimes you have to stand around in weird spots and wait to get footage. So right now, I'm standing around a bunch of kids' rides waiting for ArieForce One to go by. Three more rides on this beast, and I have to admit, as it warms up throughout the day, the airtime is getting much stronger. Like, that double up is insane, the outer bank turn is insane, and then all those little hills at the end are crazy ejector airtime. But this ride is amazing. Normally RMCs that are this intense, I have a really hard time re-riding them because they're just so intense, but I've been on this thing 7 times today, and honestly, I could ride it more. I think that 7th ride is gonna be my last ride because I do have to get moving along here, but I can't say enough amazing things about ArieForce One. I really hope that this ride gets relocated. Six Flags, buy this ride, put it at Dorney Park, put it at Carowinds. Any one of those parks would be amazing for it. I mean, Great Adventure would be great too, but it needs to live on. It can't just be done after Fun Spot closes for good on August 2nd, which by the time that this video's out, Fun Spot Atlanta is probably already closed. I need to commemorate today by getting some merch, so let's head back to that little merch stall. Back in the AC, this is the little gift shop where I'm about to get some merch. I got my merch. I got a really cool sticker set with a bunch of Fun Spot and ArieForce One stickers, a really cool pair of socks, and then also a patch. Now, I did cheat a little bit. The patch does say 10 rides on ArieForce One. I only got 7, but it was their last one. So I took it. I bought it. And you know what? I don't care if I only got 7. Really fun time here at Fun Spot. Bittersweet because I won't ever be coming back here again. Like I said, hopefully at some point I'll be able to ride ArieForce One, maybe under a different name at a different park, or the same name, who knows. But if you have not gotten here to ride it, if this video goes live before August 2nd, go ride it if you are able. If it's after August 2nd, I hope you've ridden it before. Let me know in the comments, where does ArieForce One fall for you? Is it your favorite ride? Is it your 10th favorite ride? We all have different opinions. That's gonna do it here for me today. If you have not already, please like, please comment, please subscribe. And until next time, keep on coasting.